for me.
In the book of Who is Esau, Who is Edom?
This is page 19. Am I correct? Yeah, thank you.
Page 19. Edom's symbolic name. The first revealing attribute associated with Esau Edom in Scripture is that of a color association with his name. Esau Edom is symbolically associated with the color red. Esau was actually born with this attribute and is described in the account of his birth.
Now, okay, so it's telling you plain. We're gonna go to the next page, but don't pull it up yet. So it's telling you plainly that he was born and his attribute was he's going to be red. Now, I'm going to go back real quick to the beginning of the book. This book was written by a man called Charles Weissman, Amalek, so-called Jew. He understood that Esau Edom was red. Now, maybe you would have said, okay, it was a black man that wrote it, and he's being partial. No, this is from your own cast. You can't get mad at us, buddy. You can't get mad at us. Now I want you to go back to the cover. I want you to zoom in on this cover right here. Right here. This right here. Where my middle finger's on. Right here. Right here. You see that face right there? The reason why I want to show this face I want you to see his face, is because this man right here, he is the father or founder of the state of Israel. This is David Ben Gurion, and we're going to get to him later on in this class. He's telling him that this man is Edom, and this is an Edomite that actually wrote this book. He was killed, found dead. They say, you went and brought this information out and let these people know who they are, that we are the devil. The devil. The same thing, all the same. They wasn't tolerating this. Let's go to the next page real quick. Oh, I forgot this book at home. Let's go. Let's read it.
The Jewish author and historian Arthur Koestler.
Now that's what he wrote the 13 tribes. Read on.
Shows that the Jewish Khazars, from which many Jews are derived, were commonly known as the Red Jews.
They were known as the what?
The Red Jews.
They were known, so they being specific, let you know they were known as the Red Jews. So now, where does that come from, the Red Jews? Come out the screen real quick. Get back to that screen where I can see everything that's on there. Go back to that screen. Okay, I want, you gotta let me do this myself. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. Okay, give me a second. There's an article here. It's gonna be hard for me, Hold on. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, here it is. There we go.
Red Jews. The Red Jews were a legendary Jewish nation that appear in vernacular sources in Germany during the medieval era until about 1600.
Vernacular means in different languages. Read on.
According to these texts,
now just read what's highlighted.
The 10 Lost Tribes of Israel, an episode from the Alexander Romance.
Stop. The Alexander Romance was his diary of his exploits. It was called the Alexander Romance. Read on.
In which Alexander the Great encloses a race of heathens behind a great wall in Caucasus.
So Alexander, when he dominated the earth, he went into the Caucasus Mountains, and these are people he fought against. And he enclosed a race of heathens, he called them, behind the Great Wall in Caucasus. These are the Caucasians. These are the people that call themselves Amalek, or call themselves the Jew, or Jewish today. Now, I didn't write this. I just read it. How can you be mad? Go Google it yourself. You go find it. It's out there. There's too much proof proving who these people are. Too much proof. Come out the screen real quick. All right. So let's go on. Let's go to page 20. Esau Edom, page 20. That's page 23. I'm sorry.
Who is it that tries to conceal their identity as Edom?
Who is it that tried? Who is it? Who is it that tried? Now I want you all to answer me. Who is it that tries to conceal his identity? Esau. Since when, you know, black people trying to conceal their identity? Well, some of you do bleach your skin in Jamaica. That's true. But we're not talking about y'all. Crazy, friggin' something wrong with y'all. But who is the people that try to hide, that conceal the identity as Edom? They try to confuse and they put out the internet, Edom is Japhet. We don't know who Edom is. Edom is dead off the earth. They're no longer here. Listen, tricks are for kids, buddy. That doesn't work on us. You know how we know? Because we're the prophets. We understand this Bible. So the question is what? Read it again.
Who is it that tries to conceal their identity as Edom? The one hated by God by claiming to be Israel? The one loved by God.
They try to say that they're the ones loved by God. Who try to say they're loved by God? Amalek. They try to carry that persona that they are chosen of God. They are loved of God. They're God's chosen people. I remember my mom used to say that. Them people there, they're the chosen people of God. I'm like, them the people of God? Well, goddamn. These are the people? That little, stop, Kanai. Come on, let's read on, man. Stop.
Only one group of people reacts as though God has hatred for them. That is the Jews.
Read on.
Why do you suppose the Jews form organizations such as the Anti-Defamation League?
Who wrote this? Edomite Amalek wrote this. So why do you think they start a group called the Anti-Defamation League? What do you think they have it for? To stop anybody who begins to say anything against them. So they can defend themselves, because let it happen, you know what it's going to do? It's going to pick up steam. A lot of these Edomites, I told you, these are the Amalek is the blue blood of those families. A lot of them didn't like them because they were treated like second-class citizens amongst them. But Amalek had to understand, we got to work with them because we have the same hue. So I'm going to give you another example, not with them, and we're going to come back and read this. In early founding of America, Irish, Italians came here and were considered second-class citizens to many of the other white established people here. That's why you find, like in cities like New York, you find a lot of the menial jobs that back then was sanitation, police, and fire departments. Those were the menial jobs back then, and construction. Today, who runs the police departments? Irish and Italians. And I'm telling you, New York City. Fire department, same thing. In Boston, the same thing. Chicago, the same thing. Construction. And all those jobs are well-paying jobs. Because Edom, who were here, understood, even though they're the lower class, we got to take care of them. Because we have these niggas we got to keep subjugated. Don't think Esau don't have their own class system amongst themselves. They got that. But you know what? It's better we choose one of our hue than those. And that's why Amalek deal with their own. But if they have to step out, because Amalek keep business amongst themselves. But if they have to step out, they'll deal with other white people because we're all the same, come from the same people. That's why you find the KKK in many places they couldn't stand. That's why Hitler them couldn't stand them. And he wanted to kill them off. Because they looked at them as lower class citizens. Don't let Green Blatt lie to you and say that these people were all poor. That was a lie. They had artwork throughout Europe. Remember, they're trying to get back their artwork up until last day. Until yesterday, they're still trying to get back some of their artwork. How the hell are you poor and you got artwork in your house that's worth $1 million? Well, it wasn't worth $1 million back then. But if you had artwork in your house back then in the 1800s or 1900s, early 1900s, and then that means you had a house and you had a wall. You hanging artwork. After all that atrocity, and they kill all you off and burned you all up, you're all like, where's the artwork? We got to get the artwork back. Because you know what it was worth. Laws of God. That's why we can't amount up to much until we come back to this. And they know that. Keep them niggas celebrating Christmas. Hey, you want a Christmas? Keep them doing all that stuff. You know, but we ain't going to let you come back to this. At least that's what they think. Read on.
Why is it that it is predominantly Jews who promote the anti-hate laws and other hate crime legislation? If you were Esau, Edom, would you not do the same?
Yes, I would.
An Edomite would also want to infiltrate churches.
Go to the next page. Page 24.
And seminaries to get God's people to believe that there is no God of hate, only a God of love and mercy. The Jews have done just that in Christendom.
So look at what it says. And we're going to go back and pull this apart. It says, these people will set up places of learning, institutions, churches, to help you all, to lead you to Christendom, to teach you there's a God only of love. You know why? To get you all pacified so you don't acknowledge the atrocities they have done to you all. Now, here's the thing. We can attribute a lot of those atrocities to Edomites that are so-called American Edomites. But the so-called Amalek had a part to play in that. But Amalek understood, you know what? When black people trip, they're going to just kill white. So we got to get their minds away. We're going to put our money to educating them. We're going to put our mind to help build churches, to lead them to Christendom. Why they don't lead us back to the laws of God? Nah, we don't need you here. We're going to send you over there. We're going to send you, do them white people church stuff over there. We want you over there. I want you to go back to page 23. I want you to read the top one. Right there. No, right. Underline right there.
Who is it that tries to conceal their identity as Edom?
Stop. Job 9:24 again now.
Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He conceals the faces of the judges thereof. He hides the faces of the judges there. He tries to conceal their image. How does he try to conceal it? By putting his image on top of the image of the real judges. I won't be me, I'm going to be you. And I'm going to make you African or whatever you want to become, a Negro, whatever you want to be called. Asiatic black man, pick one. 5% a Muslim. Crip, blood, whatever you want to call yourself. But I'm the Jew. Esau understood, and I'm going to be blanket. Esau understood we have to cover up the faces. We have to change the image of Christ. So drop this real quick.